Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our 2020 Extreme Connect Virtual User Conference. Thank you so much for attending this session. My name is Hardik, and with me I have Rich Hunt. We are part of the product management team at Extreme Networks. This session, we are focusing on an extremely important and hot topic around new normal. Questions are arising every single day on how organizations are adapting to new normal and aligning to the guidelines set by local authorities. We've seen globally, governments and health agencies have been working together to find solutions for COVID-19 pandemic, protecting people and get us all back up and running. The questions, the challenges which are in front of every organization vary based on country, state regulations. This by no means is a complete list. What we have done is based on what we are hearing from all of you from our partners around where enterprise IT is being challenged. The questions around whether an organizations need a proactive approach to safe reentry or a reactive. Proactive would mean a change in the user behavior, change in the process on how users enter your facility, change in how they interact. Reactive, on the other hand, is more about leveraging existing technology, existing infrastructure to assist with proximity tracing. Yes, there are a lot of tools available around social distancing, contact tracing. It all assists in different form factors. Social distancing enforces employees to maintain distance, and there are tools, technologies available. While contact or proximity tracing allow IT, HR facilities to understand the exposure from an infected user and more importantly, which other users may have come in close proximity. Let's look at what's happened around the globe. For last several months, companies, organizations, individuals, associations, governments, all have been working tirelessly. Rare occurrence, but yes, maybe first time ever. Google and Apple have partnered together since April of this year to enable the use of Bluetooth technology to help government and health agencies reduce the spread of the virus. They've built a notification exposure system leveraging API and eventually building it right into your smartphones. Extension to that is lots of enterprises, lots of technology companies, even the healthcare experts who have partnered with their technology peers to come out with custom apps to help all the organization. But the question still remains unanswered. Is digital contact tracing assisting? Has that been effective? The answer is not really. Based on all the data we have, taking a look at Singapore, which arguably is the first nation to put out a digital contact tracing app called Trace Together, the adoption rate has been in low 20%. As per the experts, the adoption rate has to be around 55 to 60% to be effective. Looking at the other side where there are various network tracking technologies which are being deployed, which are being proposed, they have their own limitations as well. And then there are plethora of variables which have come out leveraging different technology based on accuracy requirement, based on mandates, based on proactively notifying your users as they come in close contact with another associate, another employee, or another staff member. And then there is the sensor world which we live in, which is collecting interesting and useful insights to monitor space utilization, people counting, even monitoring the air quality, because apparently the HVAC system can detect the quality of the air, and that can help with reducing the spread of the pathogens. And last but not the least is your change in the behavior right at the entrance with thermal scanners or different form of kiosk assisting with a screening process. All of this is being available with rapid advances available in the technology, various technology. And that is the thing. It's not a single technology. Different technology have its strengths, limitations, which are providing different solutions. Wi-Fi, BLE, RFID, geofencing, GPS, ultra wideband, and there are many more. At the end, your network consideration depends on what's the mandate you have from your state, country, what's the organization want to do as part of safe reentry, and at the end it comes down to time, cost, and complexity. We are absolutely hearing from all of you, and we want to be part of the solution. We have been in active discussions with our customers globally. We want to help, we want to partner in these challenging times, and we absolutely realize and acknowledge all of you. All of our partners have been working tirelessly across the globe to prepare for the safe reentry, where we have come up with various options with the intent is to reduce the burden on IT. Wherever possible, we are extracting additional insights right from your existing solution. So let's take a look at the different options. So starting from the top, right, it's a proactive approach. A lot of local government agencies are enforcing screening process before employees are allowed in the facility. Again, this is an innovative, proactive approach. You will take a look in a while on this one. It's not just the thermal scanner, but it's much more detailed, effective scanning. Next is your network, your data. We are enabling network-based tracking, extracting additional insights to help IT, help HR, help facility deal with the contact tracing. We are also extending our location services, which is well known for Wi-Fi and BLE location tracking. We are adding additional information to deal with the pandemic. At the same time, our wireless security solution, which has been monitoring airspace for anomaly threat detection, it is collecting key piece of information for every client, every user as they are moving across your network. We're extending additional intelligence through that solution as well. Last but not the least, we realize we are not in on this solution alone. We have our partners who can assist, who are developing innovative solution. We, being your network provider, will work with them, provide additional insights through APIs, through webhooks. So taking a look at the proactive approach, right? Businesses require an efficient, effective way to prevent unwell users from entering. This is where a change in the entrance, change in the screening process have been implemented by various organizations. What we have seen based on the data available, temperature only is been very ineffective. That is where Extreme has partnered with the experts. The experts who have built a multi-sensor kiosk. It can take temperature, respiration, pulse, all via contactless solution. This gives a much more effective, reliable way to do a screening before you green light or red light a specific user. This can be completely built in to your end-to-end safe reentry solution. Again, a very interesting solution, very innovative approach. Absolutely recommend. If you're interested, please join another session on this topic called Safe Reentry, hosted by my colleague and our healthcare IT expert, Doug McDonald. Looking at the other side, we've heard from all of you, all our customers. They want to leverage the existing network. Yes, we realize, yes, we acknowledge the fact every organization is challenged, is burdened. IT is no different. We have extended the network-based approach, allowing you to track individual users, track the exposure from an infected users, and proactively understand which other users may have come in close proximity. All of that through your network view. Again, this is supported for your campus-based and cloud-based solution. APIs are available through your controller, as well as additional insights will be made available through the Extreme Cloud IQ. Looking at what is being rolled out in September is an additional report specifically to help with this use case. When HR provides information to IT, whether about infected users or if a person self-reports being infected, quickly looking at the network lens, IT can provide additional insight about the exposure from that user across the facility, across the campus, and also correlate that which other users may have come in close proximity. Very powerful, absolutely doable through the network. Again, we realize just like BLE, just like UWB, or just like an app-based approach, every solution has its limitation. But remember, network-centric approach is an appless, which means you don't need an app. You're not changing user behavior. You're not collecting any personally identifiable information or any health information. You're not changing anything. That is where this is a seamless, simple way to start extracting additional insights. Again, this is a sample report which will be available as part of the cloud updates. You will see that made available by end of September. We are also extending our location services, Extreme Location, which is a cloud-based Wi-Fi and BLE location service engine that is coming to Extreme Cloud IQ. That is now becoming an essential service included for our Cloud IQ pilot customers. We already have lots of details around location analytics, helping businesses gain additional insights. For this use case, we are extending a lot of those viewpoints into a different perspective around the use case of proximity tracing, around the use case to understand the exposure from an infected users, around monitoring different zones in your facility, around understanding where are the crowded areas in your network and how to proactively avoid those. We are further extending all of that through APIs, through webhooks, which can work with a partner of your choice to extend and meet the requirements which your organizations want to enforce. So before we move on to the demo, what I wanted to re-emphasize is what we are doing is a proactive approach as well as the network-centric approach. The demo Rich is going to conduct is focusing on air defense, which is available for both campus and cloud customers using existing network data and assisting IT to partner with HR and facilities for safe re-entry. Take it away, Rich.
Thanks, Hardik. So today we're going to use the use case of my phone. So assuming that I tested positive for COVID, we need to leverage our air defense system to find out who's been in contact or who's been in proximity with me. So the first step is we'll actually go in and we will search for that device. Once that device comes up, we're going to leverage advanced forensics to go back and look at a historical view. So we could choose our timelines, and we're gathering about 325 stats per minute on this device. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going back for the last 24 hours, but we could load up to maybe the last couple of months as well if we wanted to. So as we load, I'm going to bring this up into widescreen. So there's a couple of tabs that are important on forensics analysis in the in contact tracing, and part of that is going to be the association analysis. So in the association analysis, this is where we are going to record where this device connects and how long it actually sticks there. So what you can see here is this actual device that we ran the forensics on, which is my iPhone. And you can see down in this left-hand column, the access points that I have been connected to. So we'll look here at the duration, for example, and we're seeing 1.2 hours, 6 minutes. Typically, when you see something around 1 minute, you're looking at roaming. So maybe not a big issue when you're roaming, but maybe this one here at 1.2 hours is. And we can take a look at what our SSIDs are and how much traffic is being sent. But really, the duration is a key for us. Now, this is not an IT or this is IT based. This is not an HR savvy kind of picture. So where we go with this is we can actually leverage our location analysis, which draws up a heat map for us. and tells us all the different locations that this device can be seen at. So in this case, we're looking at the first floor on the map here, this main floor, and this would be the office where I spend most of my time and where the phone is. So you're going to see that if you need to go into a deep cleaning, that sort of thing, that this is these are the areas that can leverage it. And again, we can drop down into the basement view, for example, and see where that device has spent most of its time as well. This is a great platform to offer if you have multiple locations and you need to know if you have to do a deep cleaning of a building or a location. If you've got 1,500 buildings, how do I know where that device has been, or how do I know where that user has been? Now, on top of that, we have reporting capabilities as well. So we can report on this client movement report, for example, but we also have what we call our wireless client contact tracing report. This is where you can enter in the MAC address of that device, kind of the same way that we ran the advanced forensics, but it'll give us all of the location it has been to, but also it lists out all the devices and how long those devices have actually shared that airspace with the device that we're looking for. So it's a great way to kind of pop up and take a look at which devices have shared the same airspace or connected to the same access points, in order to ensure that we can identify all of those devices in the same contact area. And here you can see how much dwell time that they have. And with that, I'm going to pass that back over to Hardik. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. So, as we realize, every business is challenged with defining their new normal. New normal is not same for us as different individuals. We all are dealing differently across our societies, communities, across nations. That is where there's not one solution which fits all. Extreme wants to partner with you in these challenging times and assist wherever and whenever we can. As you can see, we have the complete solution set, right from whether it's a proactive approach or a reactive approach. And feel free to punch in your questions in the panel. More than happy to assist, and we look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you so much for attending this session.